All right, so let's talk about TV, and we're gonna start off with Fair Die Neighbor. It's the fourth show this season. Oh, I think it's only gonna be five too. I think next week will be the season finale.
Mm.
It's called Cold Blooded Country. When a single man buys a home in a rural community, he becomes fast friends with his neighbor until a minor parking issue sets them at odds. Police are soon to be summoned for everything from horse manure to death threats. So, what are your thoughts on this show?
That was a fucked up episode that left me still confused because they
Hmm.
hit it off real good. They was coking and joking, drinking beer together, going hunting together. My man parked on there and couldn't turn his alarm off. And that's a valid reason if he be bitching and complaining. But once you see that, he's like, hey, I can't turn it off. I don't know what's going on. All right, you need to get that fixed. Don't let it happen again. But then after that, the boy just was hating on him and shit. And I'm on the older guy's side. Like if I got 10 acres of land, this is my 10 acres. I don't give a shit if you was parking there before I owned the property. Once I own the property, you don't just park on my property. Talking about, well, where I'm gonna park, motherfucker. That's not my problem. You
Right.
find you a spot. If you can afford to take care of a horse, you can afford to find somewhere to park your fucking truck. And then every day your horse getting out shitting on people's property and in driveways and everywhere. That's ridiculous. I can understand once in a blue moon a horse got out, but this horse was getting out every day and shitting on a property.
Hmm.
So, so it was just a fucked up story all the way around.
Well, I believe that the older couple, or would you want to say the horse cup family? I don't know what you want to
Mm-hmm.
call them. I believe that they were like the quote unquote kings of the block. Like, you see how they were parking everywhere, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, and the horse. Now, come
Well,
on now.
that's because the property next to them, and Shay always say like I be Brody and some shit too, but it's like a property that don't nobody live next to you, 10 acres of land, and don't nobody live there, so you can park over there, you can play football, you can do whatever you want over there because don't nobody own that land, or somebody own it but they ain't living there. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's like
But
the driveway next door to me. When nobody was living there, the old man across the street when it was hot, he would wash his car, park it over there, and be cleaning it over there in the shade. Same
uh,
shit. But once somebody moved there, then you can't still just do that.
right, that's why I said they were the kings of the block. And then they let Trigger run everywhere and shit everywhere. See, and people in the neighborhood, they probably all knew each other. And
They
then
did.
think,
That's why they just call him. They would just call him,
right,
hey, your horse was down here shitting. All right, I'll be
right,
down to clean it up. That shit wouldn't fly with me either. After one time, now after that, you need to chain your horse up.
right.
And then the cops never do nothing. They call the cops over and over, and the cops just keep letting that shit fly, slide through.
And the monkey wrench, which you saying was the old man, and he was much older than I seen them in court. He was much older than the actor that portrayed
Right.
him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he threw the monkey wrench on there. See, like you saying, he wasn't having that dog, that horse everywhere and all that stuff. Look, find a better gate, build a better gate, and stop letting that horse run amok like that.
Mm-hmm.
See, the other neighbors, they didn't care, but he did, like
Right.
parking their shit in the yard and all that stuff. And the girlfriend, she was a piece of shit too because she did that, like that I'm a big man shit. Like he was gonna go over there and just punch him in the face and wasn't nothing gonna happen.
Instigating.
Yeah. So why don't you just go and beat him up?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I don't believe that he was just like gentle John. He was gentle John to the people, that the neighbors and all that stuff.
Right.
But I believe that they were like the kings. They act like they were the kings of the neighborhood. The
And
neighborhood
that's
was
just
probably like three
right.
houses.
So
But
that
go ahead.
story is just like the other story that we just was talking about. Motherfucker bring a gun to the fucking shootout and lost
Yep.
because he had a gun. So that means he got the quick draw. How my man raised up with a shotgun and still light you up? That means you was just slow on the draw. You already was a punk because you were letting this guy just do what he wanted and say shit. You know what I mean? And you ain't do nothing about it. Then you get you a gun and then you don't even know how to shoot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Anything else on the episode you want to talk about?
No, I just thought it was a fun. I didn't see where it went sideways because as soon as the guy parked on his property and the alarm went off and he couldn't turn it, I'd be pissed too if I got to get out of bed to see what all this noise is. But once you show me that the alarm, well, I can't turn it off, I would have said disconnect the battery.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
But
not going to
that's
hear
all
this
he had
noise
to
all
do.
night.
That's
You
all
know what I
he
mean?
had to do. Instead of like looking and checking and all this shit, I'm
Right.
like, look, I'm gonna disconnect this shit and work on it on the morning
Yep.
time or something.
Yep. That's what he should have did. But he didn't give a shit about his neighbor either.
Yeah,
They
cause they the
always make it
kings of the
seem like
neighborhood.
this is the quietest neighborhood, the best place to raise kids, and then the shit hit the fan. No, because it was never like that to begin with.
Mm-hmm. No, they was the boss of the block, as we see with that damn horse. And my man, the old man, was like the monkey wrench. He
Right.
wasn't having all that bullshit going on.
See, I thought the younger guy was kind of slow.
hmm How about when the old guy hit the horse with the? They say he
Yeah.
hit the car,
Hmm.
and he probably like nudged the horse, like,
He
man,
probably
get the
bumped
horse
it.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, the horse was like blocking the driveway and probably wouldn't move. So he like, man, I'm a. He drove up to him, probably gave him a little
Hmm.
tap, nothing to
Well,
like
what
hurt
about
the
when he was
horse.
blocking the driveway with all his mulch and shit? Now he like,
Right?
this is on my property. Now, if whoever property is there, they got the right. That's just the bottom line.
Yes. Hmm So, okay, we go on to Feuds Turn Fatal. This is the second episode titled Half a Sandwich. A feud between a man and his stepfather boils over when they begin fighting over their family home until a night of violence tears the family apart. So, what are your thoughts on this episode?
This episode was fucked up. And I
Yes.
blame the mom slash wife. I blame her. Yes, because your son pulled the gun out on your husband, pulled the trigger. He ain't shoot him, but he damn near got close to shooting. And then
hmm
you gonna let this guy move back in with us? You gonna sell your house to him on some scam? I don't know what type of scam they was hustling, but it was definitely a scam. You gonna sell
Yes.
him the house, but he's still living there? First of all, you should have never let him move back in anyway. They let they the son that went on and got married, living his own life, and then he fucks his life up. So now he got to move back home with mom. No, you can't move back here. I already don't like you because you pulled a gun on me back in the day. So you're not moving in. They let him move in, and then he convinced the step pop to sell him the house, which was a shady deal anyway. You know what I mean? And then he realized he sold the house for 200,000, where the houses in that neighborhood going for 400,000. So he said, "Hey, we need to renegotiate." No, you dumbass already made a deal. And I was trying to tell Shay like it was an old person that didn't know no better, and then he took advantage of him. You know what I mean? But most people want to say once you sign the dotted line, it's a done deal. It is what it is. But I just didn't understand how I sold you our house. Now you living here. Like, what's this whole living situation? You just got 200,000 from me. Why you ain't buy your own crib?
hmm
Or that is his crib. Why they didn't move out? It was just weird. And the wife, she knows they arguing back and forth and bickering. And what she do? She go sit in the garage and smoke her cigarettes while they in the main house fucking beefing and shit. And then the kicker was she got a sandwich, a hoagie, and she said, "Yeah, I left a half a hoagie in there. Even one of y'all can eat it." No, you already know they don't like each other, so you know they're not sharing. You can cut it in half and give one piece of half to that one guy, one to the other guy. Or you can just say, here, this sandwich is for I ate half, my husband get the other half. And here my
hmm
man the dog the whole sandwich, he in the refrigerator knocking off all the food. So my man, that was the end of it for my man. He just got the gun and fucking lit him up. We shot him 4 times in the head.
Yes.
And then he did get popped in the head when he was sitting there, and he said he walked past him in the house and smacked him in the head. He punched him in the back
Yes.
of the head. He probably didn't punch him, but he probably smacked him hard. And because he said I didn't punch him in the head. And if I did hit him, it was just a soft tap, a light tap or something. He said, well, if you're gonna throw that in the mix, that means you did hit him.
hmm
And then the same with the chair. You at the party and you knock him over in his chair. Why you keep abusing this old man? And every time the guy called the cops, and the cops don't do shit.
Well, we have similar beliefs. Well, first of all, I feel as though if someone do something to you once and there's no repercussions, it's nothing going to stop them from doing it again. It's almost like a man abusing his woman. If he bop her upside the head once, he can get on his hands and knees and beg for forgiveness and all that stuff. What's going to happen when the next heated argument or the next disagreement, he gonna bop her in the head again? There wasn't no repercussions. So you need therapy. I don't know, therapy, church, medication, what you call it, what you call it when you got a temper and you get your
Anger management.
resolutions, resolution skills, whatever. It's not going to stop somebody from doing it again. Now, as you said, my man done shot at you one time, and
Three
you piece.
times.
No, I'm talking about one time
Okay.
when the first time when the
Yeah.
son had
Well, he
shot.
shot he shot at him 3 times though in that one situation. He
Right.
just didn't hit him.
Right. So I can understand the father like piecing it out because he do love his wife and that is her son. And
Okay, I understand that. I can say first off, I would have made peace with it, and I'd have filed charges against him because he didn't file charges. I'm well, I love my wife. I didn't want him to go.
right,
No,
that I don't say I would I'm with you, but I'm just saying on his side I can understand him not doing it because that's her son. You know what I mean? I just be cordial or whatever.
yeah, he's a
I
fucking
wouldn't do
idiot.
that. I'll say the hell with that. And I'm pressing
Yep.
charges and all
And if
that
you
stuff.
want to leave me, then bye. Your son
Right,
shot at me. I'm filing police charges. You know what I mean?
right,
And when
right.
he got kicked out of his house and his wife took the house from him, ain't no way in hell he moving in.
And the mom, like you said, the mom was on like planet Uranus. She's on a whole nother planet. So, like you were saying, now he's divorced his wife, and he quote unquote loses his job. Well, they forced him to retirement, but they
Yeah,
pretty much fired him. But
they
they
fired.
forced
They
him to
fired.
take
They
retirement.
fired him. They fired him, and his wife took the house, so he ain't had nowhere to go.
Right.
That's a you problem. There's a shelter down the street. You need to go there.
No, no, he has money. It's Charleston, South Carolina. He could have got a nice little apartment. It's
Did he
Charleston,
have
South Carolina.
money?
Well, he had money to give to them for the house.
Yeah, he probably. That's what I'm saying. That's the hustle. He didn't have no money. His wife took him to the cleaners. So what he was doing was he probably got a loan for the 200,000. Gave them the 200,000, saying like, "Here, we're gonna buy the house. Ain't nothing on our situation." I was trying to figure out the scam because I know they scamming. So that's what the
Hmm.
only thing I can come up with. He got a loan for the house to buy the house. They gave him the money. He used that money, gave it to the mom and the husband, but he got a cut of that. So that's why he was still living there and ain't shit change. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? That's what the scam they was doing. So now you got, I guess you got to pay, you got to pay the loan back, but y'all got straight cash in your hand, so all of us can just split that and do what we want on that tip.
Well, the house thing, as Philip was talking about, it was some type of deal where as though you buy the house, somebody buys the house off of you, but you can still stay in the house. It's almost kind of like what they call like the rental control kind of like type of thing. How like the rent never changes if
Mm,
you stay there. It's almost kind of like that same thing. Well, they were contractually they still can stay in the house. But it wasn't their house. And
right. So,
go,
like when we were looking for houses, we saw this one house. It was decent, and then it had a little house behind it on the same lot. So they was like, yeah, it's a guy that lived back there. You know what I mean? And so I was like, is it part of the same thing? And they was like, yeah, but he had to deal with the owner, whatever, whatever. That's why he lived back there. So like, if
mm,
you're in the kitchen, you'll see a head walk right past your kitchen window because he's walking on the side of your house to get to. Like he has to come on your property to get to the back. Pretty much the house is in your backyard.
right.
And I was like, oh hell no. I said he can stay there until his fucking lease is up, and then he can start paying me some rent or some shit like that or whatever. But he's not living on our property like that. You know what I mean? Just coming and going. I got fucking security system up, and you walking on the side of my car and on the side of my house and in my backyard just to get to your little house. And it was decent, a little house. And I was like, you could probably like make some money living it there. But it's almost the same shit. He got to deal with the
Hmm.
old owner, but I ain't got shit to do with me once I buy this crib.
Right, right. So yeah, the mom was like on another plane, and she should have stepped in and said no to all that
Well, she
stuff.
said she did, but I don't believe her.
Supposedly she did right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They got
supposedly.
that money. He got that 200,000, and then he probably gave them like fucking 100, and he kept 100, some shit like that.
And I do believe that he was being abusive to the dude. Well, hell, he didn't shot at him. So what the hell? Like
Right.
I said, if somebody do something to you once, they'll do it again. Nothing happened. He didn't go to jail. Nothing happened. So
Mm-hmm.
hey, look, I didn't shot at you, so I can treat you any type of way I want to.
Shot at him, smacked him in the back of the head. Talking about he fell out the chair. He didn't fall out of the chair till you got up in his face. You pushed him, and
Well,
all you gotta do
and
is nudge them little plastic chairs, and you are gonna fall backwards.
right, and so suppose the mom said that she he didn't hit him, but suppose the old man thought he was going to hit him. He said, "Oh shit," and got out the way and fell on the ground or whatever. It's still the same
Mm-hmm.
thing. It's still the
Right.
same thing.
Well, the mom said he didn't hit him when he smacked him in the head too.
Yeah,
Like
she
she was
said.
covering for her son.
Yeah, she said that. No, she said that he hit him, but it was like a little light tap.
I
It
thought
was a
he
light
said
tap.
that.
No, she said it. He said,
Oh,
and she did like that, like animated with her hands or whatever. That
Because the
doesn't
dude
matter. He
said
still
the dude
touched her.
said exactly. The dude said I didn't punch him, but he said if I did, I clear as day. I heard him say if I did, it was a light tap on the head or something like that.
Hmm.
Don't put your hands on him.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. Yep. Yeah. The mom said, well, he didn't hit him. He just like little tap as he was like walking by.
I
But
wonder if the mom had some life insurance on both of them. That's why she fucking go sit in the garage and watch that shit brew and fucking boil over.
yep. Yep.
Who the hell
But
sits in the garage when your husband and your son is in there beefing?
hmm yeah, I was on the old man side. I do believe that that dude was being abusive, whatever. Keep in mind he got a divorce. He got a divorce. He pretty much got fired from his job. So mentally he probably wasn't all he wanted to put his anger on to someone else. And
Yep.
what's a great way to put his anger on? Somebody that he didn't already shot at before. Because like I said, if somebody do something to you once and there's no repercussions, they'll do it again.
Yep.
And that's
And
that's
that
just
and that's why I blame the wife because she just allowed that shit to fester on and keep going and not intervening or talking to her son or anything.
right, and I believe that the old man thought that that was his sandwich, and he walk in the kitchen, and my man tear that sandwich up.
She set it up because she shouldn't have
He said,
said, I got a half a sandwich in there if one of y'all want it. You already know they beef and they can't split that shit. The first one to add it is going to eat it.
"All right."
Cut that shit down the middle or give it to your husband or give it to your son, whatever the case may be.
He like looked at that and he's like, "All right, dude, that's it."
That's the
And that
camel that
is,
broke the back. You know what I
yeah,
mean? The straw that broke the camel back. He eat my sandwich. You already no fuck this. I don't
yep,
understand how you gave this man you sold the house for 200,000. He was the one that you sold it to. He's still living there eating y'all food.
yep.
That's why I said they was scamming.
Well, shout out to the ID Network because this is a good show. But my only negative is if Fear Thy Neighbor is only 5 episodes, Fear Thy Neighbor should have ran those 5 episodes. Then they should have came back with the first
Yeah,
episode of Feuds Turn
yeah.
Fatal and had that whatever. And I guess the Fear Thy Neighbor will come back what like in the springtime, if I'm not mistaken,
I guess.
and have the rest of the 5 episodes. I don't know why they break up the season like this anyway, but hey, look, what do I know? Is anything else TV wise?
I'm trying to finish up the boys. I got like 3 more episodes to go.
Hmm. Any oh, did you watch the Kevin Hart fight night show?
No,
Did we
I
talk
heard it's
about that on
good,
here?
but I didn't watch it. No, I didn't
Yeah,
watch it.
yeah, you need to put that on your in your queue. What
Did you watch
else?
that documentary, Sweet Bobby, I was telling you about?
No, I have it on my flash drive. I ain't watched it
Okay.
yet. Um, what else that I was going to tell you with the show I was going to tell you about? I forget. Tulsa King, you don't watch that, right?
No, I heard it's good though. The girl works, she watches it.
Yeah. That's the only thing I'm looking at. Uh, yeah. I see your the trailer for your night agent show is coming back on.
And so is Silo. Did you watch even one of those?
Night agent, yes. Silo, no.
Okay.
That's the only thing for me for television. Anything on movies?
Um, Nothing I can think of.
Yeah, same here. I ain't have a chance to look at any movies.
I still gotta watch Wolverine, Deadpool. I
Hmm.
still didn't watch that, and then I gotta watch the other one that just came out. What's the movie that just came out? Venom.
Okay, good luck with that because they said that was horrible. Well, the Venoms wasn't all that good to me anyway.
Yeah, I don't like him either. I mean, I don't. There's a lot of joking and shit. Since when
Yes.
Venom is just a fucking comedy fest?
Yes.
It should be way more gruesome and bloody than what it
Hmm.
is, and less comical.
Right.
But I think this is the last one, and that's why I wanted to watch it too.
No, they coming back again.
Oh, it is. I heard it was the last
Yeah.
one
No, I know they
with Tom not Tom Holland. What's his name? Same guy? Because I heard that
Hardy,
guy.
Tom
Yeah, Tom.
Hardy.
I heard he
Um,
said. I heard they said this was the last one with Tom Hardy.
well, I'm thinking that they'll probably use him for other movies. I
Uh-huh.
don't know. No Penguin yet, right?
No,
All right, you
my
can put that.
coworker watched that too. Yeah, I got it in the queue. I just didn't get
Yeah.
to it.
Well, again, it ain't a superhero type of thing.
Right. I know Daredevil was supposed to be starting soon, right? Is that a movie or the TV show?
TV show.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything on movies, so I haven't looked at anything. Anything else TV movie wise you want to talk about?
I ain't got nothing.
All right, y'all. You can reach the Judgementals on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube at PNL Judgementals, Instagram at the_judgementals, or you can email us at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. All right, then.
All right. Peace out.